If you had a magic wand and could make the perfect internship appear, what would it look like and how would it work?
It would be C2ST, but in person.
The mission of the Chicago Council on Science and Tech is to increase and enrich STEM awareness, education, and literacy across the greater Chicago area and beyond. Part of that mission extends to the way we interact with our interns. After the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, we reassessed and reimagined our processes and programs, with designs on making our internship program as rewarding as possible for both the interns and the organization. We rebuilt it from the ground up. We wanted to give the interns greater freedom to explore topics that interested them, to communicate what they learned in interesting or novel ways, and to network not just with each other, but also working science professionals. What follows is an update on the current state of the program.
For undergrad, I did my bachelor's in chemical engineering. And then for graduate school, I'm getting a PhD in integrated biomedical sciences.
I did a bachelor's for environmental policy with a minor in political science. And then I also did a dual degree program. So I got my master's in public policy.
So I did my undergrad at St. Louis University, and I studied medical lab science and then studied integrated biomedical sciences.
Studying environmental policy and minoring in Chinese language and culture. I'm also a first-year master's candidate in the Masters of Public Policy program. So I was an intern at C2ST last summer as well as the summer before, and my responsibilities ranged from producing blog content, whereby I was translating scientific articles that were heavy in scientific jargon into everyday simple language that a person who may not have as much exposure to scientific concepts and scientific knowledge be able to understand those concepts and those articles, as well as doing interviews with various actors in the environmental science realm to help highlight their work. I also pitched a newsletter column called the Environmental Policy Post-it, whereby I highlighted different policy decisions or policy enactments that were occurring each week for our newsletter viewers.
I like to joke around a bit. And delving into that with science was pretty hard for me. Again, the seriousness of academic writing doesn't really allow for that. So as I started at C2ST, I would put in like little jokes, little puns. But by the time I got to the end, I was pretty confident in like, I want people to enjoy the stories and the writings and what's interesting about science and different topics, from NFTs to diseases to, I don't know, anything.
Thinking more critically about your audience and how they will perceive it, it's been nice to, like I said, take a step back and consider both of my parents are not in that same field as I am. So, like, how would they understand it? English isn't their first language. How would I make this easy to understand for all sorts of audiences and make it enjoyable as well, right? Because they don't dabble in the sciences in the way that I do, but I get excited about it. How can I get them excited about it? I've been with C2ST for about 2 years now, a little bit over 2 years, I think. And it's been a wild ride. I've loved every step of the way. Like, I initially didn't think I would stay quite as long. I thought I would just do my few months, like that one internship cycle, and then be done with it. But I just ended up falling in love with science communication. And so I really love the people at C2ST, and they've really become like a family to me. So that's all.